Add Open Graph functionality to your website, so purchases can be turned into sponsored stories on Facebook. Open Graph allows any action by Facebook users to be turned into a sponsored story. It's another function that is yet to be used effectively by most businesses, but has great potential when it comes to promoting a brand. If, for example, you build Open Graph into your e-commerce and transaction functions, you have the possibility of creating a powerful advertising message every time someone buys something from your site. When Facebook users see that one of their friends has done business with you, they're far more likely to engage with your brand. If your business offers an app, use Facebook's App Install ads to increase downloads. Offering an app can be a wise business move, but standing out from the millions of others that are available can be tricky. For every Angry Birds, there are thousands of apps that struggle to collect even a couple of downloads. So if you do have an app, it's worthwhile using Facebook's App Install ads to promote it effectively. The ads link directly to the download page in the Apple App Store or Google Play, making it the easiest option for your followers. The targeting options are also excellent, meaning that you can choose to show the ad only to desired demographics. Create a branded blog. Although blogs started out as the journals and musings of mostly individuals, increasing numbers of brands now attract huge followings through their blogs. Blogs are a more informal way of putting out regular content and offer search-friendly entry points into your corporate website. Blog articles can be syndicated to third-party websites. Guest blogs, which help grow awareness for your own blog, and blogs offer multiple platform social sharing, which can virally spread stories further than the traditional web pages. Don't think blogging always means the written word. Many people consider blogs as a source of text copy only, and as such see it as a time-consuming way of creating content. Blogs can be filled with a plethora of media sources, so why not create a 30-second talking heads video piece for your next blog piece? Or use a SlideShare presentation or an infographic. Consider using Facebook's logout ads. Logout ads are currently the biggest and indeed most expensive advertising option that Facebook offers, and as such has attracted big brands such as Ford, Subway and Microsoft. When users log out of Facebook, a large premium ad fills the screen and directs users to the brand's Facebook page or website. It requires a very large investment and can only be purchased by working directly with Facebook. But for big brands that are serious about their online presence, it can be an option worth exploring. Test the success of using a Facebook Like to Unlock plugin on your site. Thanks to a plugin that's now available for websites, you can block your site content for users who have not yet liked your page on Facebook. Before new visitors can read your content, they'll be asked to follow you on the social network. This has the obvious benefit of encouraging more people to engage with your brand on Facebook and allow you to continue to build a relationship with them once they've left the site. Of course though, it isn't without its flaws. Some users may simply leave the site instead, and if your target demographic doesn't use Facebook extensively, it could turn out to do more harm than good to your sales. If you do decide to use it, make sure that you closely monitor the results over a set period of time before making it a permanent fixture. Minimize the chance of overposting by using dark page ads on Facebook. One of the key problems that face businesses when they choose to use Facebook advertising options is overexposure. Though the aim of the game is to reach your target audience, followers can become bored and annoyed when they see the same message too many times. Thankfully, the dark page option minimises the risk. Businesses can benefit from the same flexibility and targeting options, but the post itself is never displayed in the newsfeed of followers, only in the sidebar. Dark page posts also allow advertisers to tailor their messages to audiences more specifically. For example, a retailer could deliver different messages depending on whether the end user was male or female. This isn't possible with the standard ads, unless the advertiser published duplicated posts. Use Facebook groups to share ideas internally. Facebook groups have been around for over 5 years and are one of the oldest ways to build a community on the site. Whilst most marketeers should be focusing on pages when it comes to advertising their brand, groups offer a brilliant way to share ideas internally within an organisation. If you have several people working on your social media strategies and execution, make sure that they're all added to a private Facebook group. It can turn out to be one of the best forums available for sharing documents and ideas. Use Facebook questions as a market research tool to gain insight from followers around new product ideas. Market research is invaluable, and the questions feature, launched back in July 2010, provides one of the easiest tools you could ever find when it comes to gathering feedback from your customers. The tool is flexible and allows businesses to gather a wide range of quantitative and qualitative data which could be analysed in depth. If your business is planning to launch a new product line, it can be a great way to gather feedback and insight. Use Google Plus to take control of local social. Not even international businesses can afford to ignore the potential of local social. If your business has local outposts, which will be the case for many retailers and restaurants, ensure that you're creating local pages where customers can leave reviews and find out more about your business. Following the developments from the search engine last year and the increasing focus on local, it's safe to assume that these sorts of factors will start to have a huge influence on rankings. Consider appointing, and of course training, social media champions to manage these pages on a local basis. Encourage Instagram users to share pictures of events with a designated hashtag. If you're holding an event, ask attendees to upload pictures of their experience to Instagram using a designated hashtag. This is a great way to reach a large audience of people over a short period of time. And because the pictures are personal snaps and not official images by a photographer, they're much more credible when it comes to influencing the audience. After the event, it's easy to bring all of the images together. They can then be used as marketing tools for future events. Partner with complementary businesses to run more effective social campaigns. As analytical tools now allow brands to see the crossover in fan bases that they may have with other businesses, partnering holds huge potential for organisations that can get it right. It's the ideal opportunity to leverage another brand's fan base, and the money-saving element will also appeal with those who are trying to make their budgets go further. It goes without saying that wise choices should be made about the type of business that you're happy to have associated with your brand. Consider harnessing the power of a celebrity on Twitter. When it comes to celebrity, Twitter is the place to be. Famous tweeters acquire hundreds of thousands of followers, and in many cases, these audiences are available for brands to tap into. Snickers ran a campaign with Katie Price and Rio Ferdinand that gained much press coverage. It's a good option for marketeers who have a budget for their social media campaigns, but want to go beyond the traditional advertising options that are available. Celebrity endorsements aren't new, but coupling them with social is an avenue that is yet to be fully realised. Optimise your offline advertising to boost your Twitter profile. Offline advertising shouldn't be seen as a separate entity. For maximum impact, use offline marketing such as TV adverts to encourage people to continue the conversation on social networks. Audi proved how much of a success this could be when they included the hashtag #Progressors in their Super Bowl advert. Twitter was flooded with mentions of the hashtag for a month afterwards, further encouraging users to think about the brand. An open-ended hashtag that allows users to add their own thoughts to the discussion is an excellent way to boost audience participation. This approach is much less intrusive than messages that simply state, "Follow us on Twitter," and much more effective. Invest in a promoted account on Twitter. Promoted accounts are an advertising option offered by Twitter for brands who take their social media seriously and want to boost their targeted followers. Twitter promote these accounts in front of users that are likely to be interested in the business, based on their interests and the accounts that they've already chosen to follow. So, for example, if you own a restaurant chain, your account may be suggested to those who already follow several other food outlets, or chefs who specialise in the cuisine that you serve. Use Twitter to cultivate relationships with the media. It's common knowledge amongst marketeers that when it comes to PR and forming relationships with influential figures in the media, Twitter is the place to be. To avoid missing out on opportunities, make sure that your overall social media strategy considers how your brand can best tap into the opportunity. Using it to push out press releases is just the beginning of the process. Your brand should be listening out for requests, following the latest trends, and creating content that ties into their business to current news, and maximising potential wherever possible. Don't forget that you shouldn't be looking just towards more traditional journalists and media channels. Bloggers in your field provide massive opportunities too. When you've got some exciting news or a product launch, use promoted tweets. If you've got an exciting business development that you want to shout about, consider using promoted tweets. You can ensure that your message is seen by a greater audience than just your followers. And if executed properly, the exercise can result not just in hits to your website and a temporary boost in sales, but interaction from users who are interested in your brand but haven't previously engaged with you on Twitter. Work with your HR department to develop your employer brand and create a strong talent pool for future vacancies on LinkedIn. Social media touches on all areas of business. And for brands that really want to maximise its full potential, promotion of products and services shouldn't be the only concern. Working in partnership with HR, marketeers can deliver massive savings by utilising LinkedIn when it comes to recruitment. For it to be truly effective, businesses must go further than simply listing vacancies they might have. By getting creative with staff videos or more inventive recruitment campaigns, overall brand awareness and popularity can be increased. Make it easy for your customers to buy from you on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is traditionally all about building business connections. But this doesn't mean that it can't build a strong sales pipeline from it. The network might not be naturally geared for e-commerce, but several apps are available to help you tap into the opportunity. Dell's company page, for example, features a product and service spotlight feature with a direct link to Learn More Now, which takes you directly into their business client's website. It might seem like a simple move, but it's something that even the biggest of companies are neglecting. Add videos to your LinkedIn page to create a more personal connection. LinkedIn is seen as the grown-up version of Facebook and Twitter, where professionals go to make business connections and talk about their industry and work. Traditionally, many B2B organisations felt that they must blend into the background to a certain extent, and there's definitely the temptation to do that on LinkedIn. To really stand out though, tell a story about your business using videos that are embedded into your company's pages using Google Presentation. As social media matures, we are likely to see B2B companies taking a much more creative approach. Use LinkedIn groups to build a community amongst your followers. Give your target audience a place to discuss the issues that matter to them, in a safe and spam-free environment. LinkedIn groups are a great way to do this, and many brands have successfully built communities of thousands of people who turn to them and their audience for advice. You'll need to dedicate sufficient resources to make a group a success, including a community manager. Offer training for all senior staff members on using LinkedIn and encourage them to use the network. Regardless of how big your organisation might be, it would be stupid to miss out on the power that individuals can have when it comes to LinkedIn. By providing training for those in senior positions within the business, you can harness all of their previous connections and open up doors that you never knew existed. Taking an afternoon out from the day-to-day activities to help staff get to grips with the tools available to them is an investment that all big brands should take. Create targeted advertising with LinkedIn ads. Similar to Facebook, LinkedIn offers self-service adverts that can be targeted to an audience based on factors such as job title and function, industry and company size, seniority, age, gender, and LinkedIn group memberships. If your business is B2B, this provides a massive potential for targeting the right sort of individuals that hold the power to make decisions in the companies that could be interested in your products or services. Look further than audience size and start measuring engagement. Even the most experienced of marketers and social media managers can make the all-too-easy mistake of thinking that acquiring a larger audience is the main goal. But instead of looking at this and using your competitors as a benchmark for success, start measuring your brand's share of voice. Ask questions such as how engaged your audience is, what leads them to interact with the brand, and how this stacks up against your competitors. This is a big indicator when it comes to measuring how successful your campaigns are. Invest in a natural language processing tool to measure sentiment. Sentiment is the measure of how your business is perceived on social networks. Whilst it can be difficult to deal with, due to the fact that it deals with feelings and opinions, including sarcasm, rather than hard and fast facts, it's something that can't be ignored. By making an investment in a natural language processing tool, you'll quickly and painlessly be able to establish what proportion of your brand mentions are positive or negative. Industry leaders Radian6 and Sysomos have useful video walkthroughs on their websites to demonstrate how their platforms work.